It's all about the game. And how you play it, all about control and if you can take it. All about your debt and if you can pay it. It's all about the pain and who's gonna make it. I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can change me. I am heavy debt, no way you can pay me. I am the pain and I know you can't take me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hello,
awesome.
I'm Fitz.
And I am still not Russell. I am instead Logan. Woo!
Woo! Welcome, Logan, once again to be our guest host while the other guy's not doing his job and off in other places in the world.
Man, screw that guy.
Yeah, screw him.
Anyway, it's great to be on the show with you here, Lemmy. It's it's going to be a great show. Today we're going to be talking about Darksiders 2, because last time we talked about Darksiders and we thought, I guess it makes sense that we talk about the second one.
Yeah, man, let's make a series out of it. Why not? We'll talk about Darksiders 3 next if it ever comes out ever.
Come on.
Come
so
on,
sad.
Nordic. Come on. You always like, we might work on it one day. You should be like, yo, let's make it. And make it great. Let's go make Darksiders great again. Come on.
Oh, let's do it. Yes. Trump endorses Darksiders 3, so let's do it.
Well, let's go. Anyway,
I think Donald Trump plays video games.
You what?
Do you think Donald Trump plays video games?
I don't know. Like, that's probably past his generation. He may play like a phone game every now and then.
Yeah.
But you know, like, he's in his 60s.
Probably, yeah.
People in their 60s don't really play like PS4. Like,
yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, that's past their generation. That was before their. Oh, sorry, after their time.
Probably like a Candy Crush sort of thing.
Yeah, Candy Crush, Soda Pop, like you know, maybe like a Tetris sometimes.
Oh yeah, Tetris. He probably plays Tetris. Like, I mean, he flies a lot, so he probably,
Yeah, you know, he probably watches a movie or two, and then like plays some Soda Pop or.
Interesting.
I don't know. He has a jet, and he has a lot of money and
a lot of time.
I mean, I probably play some games on the plane. This is not the Donald Trump podcast. This is the gaming podcast.
We were talking about Donald Trump gaming, so I mean, it kind of relates.
It is kind of related. Why not? Anyway, Logan, what are you playing?
Oh, you know, I'm still on that Overwatch hype train. It hasn't slowed down for me. So I'm still playing Overwatch. I'm sort of just enjoying the heck out of it. I'm kind of waiting for new game modes to be added, but I'm sure they'll be added soon. Mm-hmm. But right now I'm cool with where I'm at. You know, I play it for like an hour and then do whatever else I got to do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm still playing Overwatch. That's about it. I mean, I went over my thoughts on it last week, so. Mm. Good stuff. If you haven't yet, try it out. Blizzard did say that they will be releasing free DLC periodically, whether that be new heroes or new maps. Still waiting for word on new game modes, though. That's the big one that I think people are sort of anxious for.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lack of variety in their game modes. I'm sure, like 3 of their game modes are variations of payload.
Yeah.
But, you know, I prefer zone captures, but, you know, to each your own.
Right.
But yeah, I'm also been playing Overwatch. I've been switching between Overwatch, Doom, and the show, and The Witcher's about to be added in there.
Oh my gosh. I've heard amazing things about the new Witcher DLC. And it kind of makes me want to give it another try. It does.
You honestly just... I don't think you'll regret it if you just spent a little more time with it.
Yeah. Like, see, for those of you listening, here was my gripe with The Witcher. I tried it, and I played it for like a good 6 to 8 hours. Mm-hmm. And I did not leave the top left corner of the map. Now, there's a fine line between a big game and an intimidatingly big game. And I thought this was just way too intimidating for me. Mm-hmm. I was in college at the time, so there was just like a lot of balancing I had to do, and honestly, I I couldn't handle it. I mean, there was nothing bad about the game. I just couldn't commit to it.
You couldn't handle it.
It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. The combat's a little clunky, but that's just me. But I think I would really enjoy it now that I have the time. It's summer, I make my own hours at work, so I could just sit down with The Witcher and just play the crap out of it. And I think I would really enjoy it with a second try.
I think you would too. I don't know how much it is right now at GameStop, but I'm sure it's downgraded in price.
Yeah. Is there like a collector's edition with all the DLC included, or what?
Not that I know of.
I might just wait for that, honestly.
Yeah, go ahead, wait for that. That's definitely due to come since it's the last DLC.
Yeah.
And probably the last Witcher thing ever.
Oh, that's so sad. I mean, I'm sure they made a boatload of money on this.
They did, and it's funded their next project, which Russell and I have talked about plenty of times on here. Cyberpunk 2077.
That's right. Yes. Okay. Yes, I do remember
it's funded that, and they're completely focused on that right now.
Yeah. Okay. That's totally fine. I mean, I'm so proud of CD Projekt Red. There's this thing. It's like right now you have a thing where gaming companies are releasing DLC, but they price it as a game, right? Mm-hmm. But CD Projekt Red is releasing games and calling it DLC. Like,
yes,
it's insane. They are full-scale games. They're DLC.
Like the last expansion, it could have been a whole game by itself. It was twice as long as The Order 1866.
1886.
1886, whatever. That game sucked.
Yeah, it did. I played through the whole thing. I hated every minute of it.
Yeah.
I literally, as soon as I beat the game, I deleted it from my PS4. It was no thought. I just beat the game, credits, hit the PS button, went to settings, and just deleted it. There was no second thought. It was just so bad. Just not good. It just was not good.
Yeah.
But CD Projekt Red is doing it right. I mean, they're
doing a real good job. The last one was Hearts of Stone, and that, honestly, I thought that was, at least the story was better than the base game.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was the last time I could say that about a DLC.
Yeah, no, Blood Dragon, maybe?
Blood Dragon, but yeah, Hearts of Pain? What's it called? Blood and Wine.
Blood and Wine.
Right. Blood and Wine. I can't wait to dig into it. I may dig into it tonight or tomorrow. I don't know yet. Probably just play Overwatch tonight. Something I want to talk about is I had this premonition probably last year, and I just re-premonized today.
Okay.
And that's not a word, but I'm going with it.
Go for it.
MLB The Show, Road to the Show, is an RPG.
Can we please talk about it on this show? I will do a full episode of MLB The Show with you, and it will be glorious.
Yeah, I want to do that because I'm thinking about it. Road to the Show. You playing with stats. You make your own character. You play your own story. It's an RPG.
It literally is a baseball RPG. You're right.
That's what it is. And like all being pro modes in sports games.
Sports, yeah,
are RPGs.
I will argue that the best one is definitely the NCAA one.
And I would agree with that argument.
The NCAA football. I mean, you play through high school football. How awesome is that? Like,
you play high school football. You go through the whole scholarship thing.
Oh, so cool.
And then you can, at the end, if you play for all 4 years, which is hard, it takes a lot of time.
Yep.
But you can actually, at least in the older ones, you could transfer your character into Madden.
Yep. Oh, it was so cool. Like that was like the pinnacle of sports RPGs.
Oh my god, it just is.
It just is.
It just is an RPG.
It is. I agree with you. We'll do that. We'll have to have a whole show on that.
We will.
That's got to be a thing.
And we'll just talk about Road to the Show mode.
Absolutely, I'm so down for that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Am I playing anything else at the moment? Any mobile games you want to talk about?
There is a mobile game I would love to talk about. That was a nice little segue there. Mm-hmm. as you know, probably because I did the Kingdom Hearts episodes, I'm a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts.
Hold on, can you hear my dog breathing?
I can hear your dog breathing.
Charlie, go away. Charlie, you already had your walk tonight. Go. I'm recording.
That's amazing.
Well, here's Charlie. He's my another Crunchy Duck gamer. Say hi, Charlie. Yeah, that's Charlie. He makes sounds like that. He's an old dog, and now he's part of the show, guys. Because
what does Charlie think of Darksiders 2?
Charlie, what do you think of Darksiders 2? He doesn't like it.
I hear that. I hear the whimpering.
He's excited to be on the podcast, guys. I can't really get rid of him. I'm going to put him in the other room real quick.
Okay. Oh my god.
Alright, I'm back. Charlie's gone.
Man,
He just wanted a treat, so I gave him a treat, and he just walked away. Alright.
I miss Charlie. He was a good member of the show.
Yeah, but he didn't really add that much to the conversation.
Yeah, it was just like a lot of whimpering and panting. Oh well. Everybody's a critic, so.
Yeah. Anyway, Kingdom Hearts Mobile.
Yes, there's a mobile Kingdom Hearts game called Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. They just announced that it just reached 4 million downloads worldwide, which is kind of cool for a mobile game. But it is very much an RPG. You play in the Kingdom Hearts lore. It takes place like years and years and years before the events of the games that are on consoles happen, and this is before the events of the Keyblade War, leading up to the events of the Keyblade War. And you play as one of those wielders in the Keyblade War, and it is very addicting. So if you're not willing to pour in hours and hours into a mobile game, I suggest you stay away from it. But it is repetitive, but it is a lot of fun, and there's surprisingly a lot of depth to it, as far as how you can level up and make your character better. And there's a lot of customization options. It's really cool. I'd suggest checking it out. Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key by Square Enix.
Didn't you play the Japanese version where you didn't understand anything?
I did, because me being on this Kingdom Hearts news website, I sort of had to. I had to sort of keep up with the updates, because it's updated pretty much weekly. So I had to send that stuff to my translators, and we'd get all the information we needed. But yeah, for a time I was just playing a Japanese game. I had no idea what I was doing.
You were just guessing.
Yep. So, I mean, that's the thing. It's easy enough that you can understand it in another language. So,
that's good. That's good.
But now I totally get it. Like, now I'm actually doing a lot better than I did in the other one.
Well, I can imagine.
Yeah, I actually know what's happening, and I know what things do. So, my translators did a great job, but at that point it was too late because I'd already done whatever I needed translated.
What does this mean? I need to just guess and check until I get back to you. I already did it.
Well, alright.
Alright.
So yeah, those are the games I'm playing currently. Overwatch, Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. Mm-hmm. You're playing a whole bunch of games. Doom.
Yeah, Doom, Overwatch.
Soon to be The Witcher.
Soon, probably not tonight.
Okay.
That takes a lot of time to get into. I'll probably just play a couple of Overwatch games tonight.
Awesome.
But yeah. Transition into the main segment.
Alright, so I'm going to take the lead on the story for this one.
Yes, you will, because I don't really remember.
I actually remember this quite a bit. Alright, so Darksiders 2. The main difference between Darksiders 1 and Darksiders 2 is in this one you're playing as the Horseman Death. In the first one you're playing as War. In this one you're playing as Death. Now, we described in the first one that, in the first podcast, that the apocalypse has happened early, prematurely. So, the three realms, the human realm on Earth, heaven, and hell, they're all clashing, and they blame war specifically for the apocalypse happening early, because, nuclear war and, all that good stuff. So they blame war. And simultaneously during those events, Death hears of this accusation towards his brother War, and he seeks to sort of reverse those charges against him.
Can you hear my cat?
I just heard something, yes.
That's my cat. Missy, go away.
Man, all of your animals are joining us today. That is so
Missy.
cool.
Missy, you have a you have a thyroid problem. You're not hungry, you just have a thyroid problem. No, you're not. I'll let you outside. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back.
Fitz, you're going to make this an editing hell for me.
It's not me, it's my animals.
Freaking Snow White over here. Summoning all the forest animals. Anyway.
My squirrel's next.
Yeah, I bet. Anyway. So, Death is trying to reverse the charges put on War. Death finds out that the only way to prove War's innocence is to restore Earth the way it was. There really is no way to sort of prove him innocent, so he sort of has to go back in time and make sure that the apocalypse doesn't happen. So he goes to a character known as the Crowfather, and the Crowfather tells him that he has to go to the Tree of Life, which we all know from biblical lore, in order to restore humanity. So Death seeks out the the Tree of Life, and eventually, he goes through all these different realms, blah blah blah, and he eventually gets to what is called the Lord of Bones. Okay, so he has to go to this other realm hosted by the Lord of Bones, and he does this because he has to seek out the Well of Souls, and the Well of Souls apparently has the power over life and death. So he has to go through the Well of Souls to get to the Tree of Life to bring everybody back to life. It's this whole big thing, and he eventually does the thing.
does the thing. He restores Earth by sacrificing the life of the Nephilim.
Yes, exactly. So he goes and he sacrifices. He has to make a choice to save either the Nephilim or the humans, and he saves the human. So that destroys the Nephilim. And the way that it's all restored is we see the ending of the first game again, where at the end, War says he won't fight this alone because any of the other horsemen show up. That same ending happens, and of course we see Death last. So we know that everything's restored. So War is still alive and well. Death is still alive and well. They're all ready to sort of take this on.
And they'll never be able to take this on.
No, they won't, because there probably will never be a Darksiders 3 tear running down my face. Probably not. Very sad.
Crossing fingers. Anyway, one thing I liked about this story as opposed to the other one is you got to explore a lot of the different dimensions in this game.
Yeah,
way more. Land of the Dead, and all of the other ones.
Lost Light was the heaven one, and then you go to the you go to somewhere in hell. I forget where it is.
Yeah, it's like where the dead people go.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and there's also this new thing called corruption. Right. That wasn't in the first one.
I mean, it might have been in the first one, but it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, but this one, everything is being taken over by what's called corruption. If any of Metroid Prime fans out there, it's pretty much like Phazon. It's just like a dark matter that sort of takes over as a host. Yeah,
it's taking over the Tree of Life.
Yep.
Or it took over the Tree of Life and it's taking over everything else.
Yes. So that's the one thing I really enjoyed about this lore-wise, is that you could actually go to the different biblical places, because this is very biblical. I mean, it's the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Yeah. I mean, you didn't really get that in Darksiders 1.
No, you didn't.
All that was really biblical about it was the four horsemen and the angels and demons, but I mean, that's pretty generic. But here you actually go to landmarks.
Yeah, you go to the Tree of Life.
You go to the Well of Souls. It's pretty much it's sort of like the Fountain of Life,
Yeah.
So I mean, it's very symbolic in its locations, and I think that was really interesting, just to see it personified and embodied.
Yeah, it made the world of not Dark Souls.
Darksiders.
Darksiders a lot bigger than it was in the first game. You really had it from one perspective. The first game, that's War, and War's perspective was only on Earth at the time. And Death, he was free to roam wherever he wanted to go.
Yeah,
wherever he may roam.
Huh. But that being said, I mean the lore is pretty far spread out. But as far as like actually walking around, I remember like feeling that the developers got kind of lazy. So, like in the first area of Darksiders 2, it was huge. It was vast. You could go anywhere, and then I'm one of those guys that I have to check every nook and cranny before I can go on the main path. I remember that happening way and way less as the game went on.
Yeah, I remember one of the last areas was the heaven area.
Yeah,
and like there wasn't much to it. There's just you were going to go on every platform, and you were going to see everything. Yeah,
I mean, it was just like there was really less and less and less and less exploration as the game went on. I mean, the climax was happening, and the action was really picking up. But I still, it's still at the end of the day, it's still a video game. I still want to, traverse the whole area and sort of, try to find any collectibles I could find and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that was like the one thing that I remember just getting really upset about during this game. It's just the lack of exploration as the game went on.
Yeah, I wasn't bothered with it while I was playing it, but now that you bring it up, that does kind of bother me now.
Yeah.
I didn't think about this before, but yeah, because the first area is gigantic, and that first area is Lost Light, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, the Lost Light, gigantic. You're exploring, and you need to go to it. You need to go to the point.
Yeah.
Whereas in the last areas, you're pretty much already there.
And
you don't really have to try.
And literally, the maps become straight lines.
Yeah, literally.
And I mean, it became more platformy as the game went on, if I remember correctly. Like, I remember in the Lord of Bones fight, if you will, like you have to go through all these different trials to get to them. One of them was just like climbing a tower, which was pretty cool. It was very Assassin's Creed-esque. But it was just, I mean, the exploration. It was just kind of, I don't know. It just got lackluster as the game went on. But that's like my main gripe with it. Other than that, it played exactly the same as the first game, which is totally fine.
Except a little more fluid for me.
Yeah, it was a little bit more fluid. I think that's the weapon choices.
Yeah, it was probably, and also the combat style.
Yeah.
War being much bigger, bulkier, slower, and Death being like these faster, smaller, and a lot more dodge rolls.
Yes, way more nimble.
Yes. He's more DPS, and War's more of a tank.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's a good comparison to make, because it's sort of like they're all 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, but they each have like a different class, right? I mean,
I think that was
thinking Overwatch. Yeah, thinking Overwatch. I mean, you definitely have War as like the Reinhardt or like the tank character, but then you'd have Death being like the Tracer or the just the assault, but like nimble and dodgy. Yeah, I think that's.
And I don't know about Pestilence and
Famine.
I don't know about them. I'm actually, now that I think about it, I mean, Pestilence and Famine. I don't know if I want to see those two games. I don't know.
How would they do it? I mean,
how do you like symbolize? How do you make a being out of Pestilence?
I don't know.
That's
even Famine. Like, what?
Would you just make a really skinny dude that's like ribs? Like,
that'd be pretty funny.
It'd be funny. I don't know. I know one of Pestilence has a revolver.
Yeah.
Because you use Pestilence revolver in Darksiders 2. But I don't know how they would have done it. They took the two that would be easy to make, War and Death.
Yep.
Death that we've seen a million freaking times. And War, his name is War. Just make a badass looking guy. Like,
yep. I think I think Famine could easily be like a mage character. If you think about it, like very like summoning like or just like draining the energy out of people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying there.
As opposed to like smacking them with a weapon. I mean, I could totally see them just like literally draining the life out of someone, or just destroying.
Wouldn't that be
resources.
more pestilence? Just draining, because or would you just make people sick?
Yeah, I guess like I guess like from the inside, you know, like rip out intestines or something. I don't know.
Oh man, maybe these are the two most badass ones, and we just didn't get it.
Yeah, we just never got it. Like, why would they save them for last, right?
All right, because they were harder to make.
Yeah, probably.
That's the reason why.
Yeah. I
Let's
don't know.
make war. Let's make death. Let's make famine. Famine. They want to make famine.
Pestilence. Ask the average American what pestilence is. I don't know if they could tell you what it is.
I would say probably 90% of the world couldn't tell you.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean,
if that's just the word you just don't use.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't used the word pestilence in a sentence.
Yeah. I mean, I think
probably I read the Book of Revelation. Like,
I would go with more with like people would know the word epidemic. Like,
yes, epidemic,
like a plague, but not pestilence.
I don't know if I would like a horseman named Epidemic either. I think that would be worse.
I think plague would be a cool name.
Plague. All right, that could work.
If you say it like a Mortal Kombat announcer, it sounds pretty cool.
Plague.
Yeah, exactly.
Scorpion.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Like, I would play that one over famine.
Yeah, so would I. That would work pretty well.
All right, well, now we got to talk to Nordic Games and say,
all right,
hey,
Nordic, get working on Plague.
Plague.
Just skip over Pestilence and just go Plague.
Yeah, go with Plague. But yeah, I mean,
anyway.
Yeah. As far as other things, I remember the camera being a little bit clunkier or a little bit weirder in Darksiders 2.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, the camera in Darksiders 1 was free. You could control it.
It's free
right?
camera, yep.
And in Darksiders 2, it was locked to your back.
It was locked, yes.
Yeah.
So I think the camera was a lot of people's complaint about this one.
Yeah, and I can see that. I prefer a free camera to a locked camera.
Same.
But
again, this is just comparing a great game to a good game. You know what I'm saying? It's like
yes. Which one is the great game? Which one is the good game, Logan?
I think Darksiders 1 is the great game. Darksiders 2 is a good game. It just didn't really capitalize on what Darksiders 1 did well. It was almost too copy paste. I mean, it played like they didn't mess with it, which is good, but they also didn't improve on it, which isn't good.
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, I think they tweaked it a little bit. They obviously tweaked the combat a little bit. I think they made the combat just a little tiny bit better.
Yeah, the playstyle was a little bit different. I mean, different. I don't know about better, but different. I loved playing as War.
Yeah.
I loved just the clunky, hack and slash sort of.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I wasn't saying it was bad.
Right.
Like, combat in the first one was great. They didn't do enough with it. They did a lot with the lore, but they didn't inspire enough of the gameplay.
Yeah.
It felt like just the same gameplay again.
Yep.
Even though, like, they were moving on to a new horseman, they could have maybe worked in new combat. Instead it's like, oh, your range is the pistol again. Here's these scythes you had in the first game.
Exactly. That's the thing. I think you can risk being a lot different because these horsemen are a lot different. I think they could have had that risk, but they just didn't take it.
They didn't take it, and that might have been.
Again, they played it safe. I think they just played it safe.
They played it safe because the company went under anyway.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it
worked. Like it worked. I just wish that it would have been a lot different. Like, I don't know. Like we were just talking about famine and pestilence, like how they could be like mage characters or something. I feel like Death could be a total like assassin character, as opposed to like straight up go up to a guy and sword him to death.
Yeah, it could have been more of stealth.
Yeah, exactly. I think that really could have worked a lot better, especially with the story. Like he is going to the Tree of Life. Like nobody just waltzes into the Tree of Life.
One is not just walk to the tree of life.
Exactly. Yeah, close enough.
Close enough.
I feel like stealth would have really fit the story, and it would have helped the world be built around death better, because he is going to different realms. It's not the same place as War was in the first.
Even
one.
though you do take a trip to Earth.
Yeah, you do go to Earth.
It's a lot more terrifying in this game than it is.
Very much so.
And the other one,
I remember being like darker and just black. I just remember
just
being
like, oh god, I feel like I can't beat anything in here.
Exactly right. Oh yeah, it's like overtaken by like all these ridiculous monsters.
Yeah, and that War didn't really have that much of a problem with.
No. Yeah, I mean,
one complaint I have is, like, I remember last episode we talked about like what our favorite bosses were.
Yeah,
and like without looking at a Wikipedia, I can think of the Shadow War fight, and that's the first boss fight you have. Like, I can't think of any of the other ones.
That's actually a good. I actually didn't even think about that. Yeah. Totally forgettable. Totally forgettable.
Completely forgettable boss fights. I mean, you have. I'm reading this wiki right now. You have Garn, and I'm like, who the fuck is Garn?
No idea who that is.
Karkinos.
I remember you fight the Crow Father.
Yes, you do, but that's in you fight him in. He has the form of War, and that's the
that's right. That's so. Of course,
that's the one.
The
exactly
two bosses I remember. The two bosses I remember are actually the same one.
Yeah, the Guardian, the Corrupted Custodian. Like, what the fuck?
Oh wait, isn't there a it's like a with the eyeballs. It's like it's got like eyeball lasers.
Superman.
Yeah. No. God, it's like a pedestal thing, isn't it?
I don't remember. You see, that's the problem. Like, I remember probably the most of the boss fights in the first game, but this one I remember the war fight.
That's about it.
Construct, Hulk, Corrupted Custodian, the Guardian. These are very basic names.
Yeah.
And Gnash Whore. Like, what?
I have no idea what that even means.
Like, not only are their names forgettable, the boss fights themselves were forgettable.
Yeah, I mean, completely. I mean,
because we both played Darksiders longer ago than we did play Darksiders 2.
Yes.
And I remember more of Darksiders 1 than I do of Darksiders 2.
Easily.
More.
And we didn't play these games before this podcast.
No, we didn't.
Like, we didn't touch these games, and we haven't for like 6 or 7 years at this point.
It's been that long?
Yeah, or no, not 6 years.
That's it. Maybe for Darksiders 1.
1, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. But like 6 or 4 years maybe at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my god, like Darksiders 2, the boss fights in particular are really just forgettable. I remember the gameplay of Darksiders 2 more than I remember the boss fights. I think it's vice versa for Darksiders 1.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that's the way it should be. You should know the bosses more than you know the gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely, I think.
Because, I mean, the bosses, for me, like, they make the game. Like, half the game.
Oh, like, for God of War. Like, I mean, we compare this series to God of War a lot.
Mm-hmm. We do.
The boss fights in God of War, you will never forget those.
I haven't forgotten one.
Exactly. So that's what drives those games, and that's what should drive these. I mean...
Yeah, why can't I fight... Why can't I fight, like, Lucifer? I would remember fighting Lucifer.
Oh, easy.
Like,
how many times do you go to hell? Like, come on.
Like, any angels I remember, like, maybe fight Gabriel, Michael, like...
Yeah.
Any of these names that the Bible just gives you that you're obviously inspired by for these games.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Seriously.
Something...
It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad because we're really racking on this game, but I still had a good time playing it. I
love this game. This game was great.
That's why we can critique it, though. I mean,
yeah,
I
that's
just
why
don't.
we can critique it.
I just don't want people to get the wrong
fighting
idea.
a serpent at the Tree of Life?
Yeah,
why aren't we fighting a serpent at the Tree of Life?
A talking snake. Come on. Anyway,
I don't know. That's just the bad things. But, you know, we talked a lot about the good things, but all the good things are
Darksiders 1. Go listen to our previan podcast.
Go listen to Darksiders 1 and you hear all the good things about Darksiders 2.
It's exactly right. I mean, I do remember I remember just being like, I remember face palming when the portal gun came back. Like, I did not miss that. I didn't.
The portal. I forgot the portal gun came back.
Yeah, I did not miss that. Like, but I still had to do it.
This isn't Portal.
Right.
This game. Stop putting Portal into these games. This is not Portal.
There are just way cooler ways than a Horseman of the Apocalypse can move. Like, I guarantee you could come up with something.
Like, I guarantee you I could probably just jump that distance. I'm a Horseman of the Apocalypse.
And if I can't, my horse can.
Exactly. I'm the freaking Horseman of the Apocalypse. I shouldn't need a portal gun.
I should be able to point to something and life just brings me there because I want to be there.
Take me over there.
That's just the power I feel like I should have.
Yeah, I need a portal gun.
Yeah.
Not that Portal's a bad game. Portal's a great game. We just don't want it in the Darksiders.
Yeah, right. I mean, they just... I think they were just like really pounding on the success of Portal. They're like, oh, that worked. Let's put it in our game.
Oh, my goodness.
People will like us, right?
Because the people who play Portal are the same people who play Darksiders.
Oh, I played both, so I mean...
I may play... I mean, yeah, but like... but I'm saying... No one's playing Darksiders to play Portal.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Go play Portal.
It's a better Portal than Darksiders. I guarantee you that.
I guarantee you.
Anything else about this game that you'd like to mention?
Anything else? I think we hit everything on the nose pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of the good things were just the good things in Darksiders 1. It has a nice, good story. I think Darksiders 1 story is a little bit more bland than this one.
Darksiders 1 is more bland than this story, but I think it's more cohesive as a story as well.
Yes, I would agree. But I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. I'm used to non-cohesive stories, so so yeah, that was good. The gameplay was pretty much cut and paste. Mm-hmm. I mean, the weapons are more or less the same. You still get to ride a horse, which is cool.
This horse name was Ruin or Wrath.
I think it's
Wrath. Ruin was Wars.
Yes. Yeah, this one was. Yeah, I think you're right.
We're good. Okay. Right. Well, that's Darksiders 2. And now we'll be moving on to the news.
News.
Welcome to the news.
Alright, do you want me to just do my quick spiel here?
Yeah, do your quick spiel.
Okay. So, it looks like as of May 31st, the June PS Plus games have been announced for PS Plus subscribers, in June. I don't know. But anyway, here are the games. The ones coming to PS4 are NBA 2K16 and Gone Home. I think this is the first time in quite some time that we've had a AAA title in the PS Plus lineup.
Especially available for the PS4.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what was the last one to...
Was there a last one?
A AAA title? Yeah, there was a last one, I think.
It was the Metal Gear Ground Zero.
Oh, probably, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wasn't that just a $60 demo go?
$40 demo.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, pretty much. And then, less exciting, PS3 gets Echo Chrome and Siren Blood Curse, episodes 1 through 12. I haven't heard of either of those games. And then for the PSP and the Vita, you get God of War Chains of Olympus. Pretty exciting. We were just talking about how God of War influenced Darksiders. And then also for the PS Vita is Little Deviants. So again, headlining this is NBA 2K16 and Gone Home for the PS4. And then Echo Chrome and Siren Blood Curse episodes 1 through 12 for PS3. And then God of War Chains of Olympus and Little Deviants for PS Vita. With God of War also being available for the PSP.
Okay. Yeah. Couple of things. Gone Home. I would recommend picking that up.
I can't wait to play it.
It's very good.
Is it like a scary game? Is it?
It's not a scary game. It sets itself up like it's going to be a horror game. It's not. It's a better Firewatch, like a lot better Firewatch.
Oh, awesome! That's actually really good news.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a horror game when I first started playing it. I bought it for it was like $6. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, you're going through the house trying to find your sister. I won't say anything more because if I say anything else, it will spoil it for anyone.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And I'm not going to spoil it for someone in a news segment, maybe in a maybe in a major portion segment, but definitely not in a news segment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed Gone Home. I recommend getting it.
Awesome.
The Beast might make a return.
Dude, I'm so excited for the Beast to make a comeback.
Mm-hmm. What the only problem is the Be a Pro mode is in 2K16. It's a Spike Lee joint. Which it's not. Spike Lee isn't the problem. It's just in Be a Pro mode, like you go along one set story, and you have to be on the Brooklyn Nets for the first year.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
And your nickname has to be Frequency Vibrations.
Oh, boo.
Frequency Vibrations.
That's terrible. Who thought that was a good idea?
Spike Lee thought that was a good idea.
Spike Lee, god damn it.
Yes.
Spike Lee.
But I hear after that it's the same thing as 2K15.
Okay,
because the story only lasts for 1 year, and then you can go anywhere you want.
Okay, all right.
So you have to play 15 games in that storyline. So
oh, okay, that's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Can you at least change your nickname?
I have no idea. I haven't played it. If I want to get my 2K fix in, I might just pop in 2K15.
Yeah.
Or just wait for 2K17. I don't know. But right now, my sports game's the show.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I might download it just to try it, and if I don't like it, I'll delete it.
Yeah, no big deal.
Free.
That's the beauty of PS Plus.
Yeah. But yeah, that's PS Plus games this month, guys.
Yay.
AAA
titles, woo!
AAA, it's a sports game. I don't know how many of you play sports games. I play sports games.
I do.
Logan plays sports games. Andres plays sports games.
All right.
Yeah.
That's 3 out of 4.
Peace, Andre. Of the 4205 cast. That was a plug for them.
Yay.
Okay, my news. It's not gaming news because gaming news is slow this week for some reason.
I got something else we could do after that.
Okay. I know some of you listen to. That would be boring. Listening to this.
I don't know. Have you heard Jim Ross talk?
He's not an announcer on WWE anymore. He was fired.
I'm just saying, have you? Because that would be very interesting to just listen to.
You know what? You're not wrong. I mean, you would always know when a stunner happened.
Easy.
Anyway,
my god! My god!
I bet you probably guessed we're going to talk about professional wrestling.
Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil it.
No, you're good. You're good. You can't spoil the news.
I guess not.
Oh my god, don't tell me about that event. I haven't watched the news yet.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Anyways, just announced through the grapevine on the internet that SmackDown will be live as of July 2016. And with that will come a brand split between Raw and SmackDown. Raw will have their own roster. SmackDown will have their own roster. And it'll be just like the good old days. It won't just... SmackDown won't just be a rehash of Raw anymore. And we're probably going to get 2 champions, so I don't have to listen to Roman Craphead Reigns all the time. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I think that's very healthy for the WWE. I think it's the right move. They have a very deep roster.
Are they going to be doing a draft like they have recently or previously?
That's what they're thinking about. That's what I've heard they're probably going to do, and that would That
I
would
think
probably be the
that's-
right way to go.
Yeah, I think that's like the only way you could do it. But I'm just not sure.
I mean, they could just say, "These are your SmackDown superstars."
Yeah,
That's
right.
not fun.
That could be like a behind closed doors thing. It probably already is a behind closed doors thing, but then they make it public.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not an actual draft. It's
Right.
It's a
Scripted draft.
It's a scripted. Like the people who are going to be drafted, they already know who's going to be drafted.
Yeah, exactly. So
The rosters are probably already set now.
yeah, probably.
But yeah, NXT will still be a thing. I don't know if NXT will be live. Doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
But the problem with SmackDown for always, because SmackDown has never been live, is that you could always look up the results of SmackDown the day before on WWE.com.
Yep.
Like,
There's really just no reason to watch it.
really no reason to watch it. Growing up, well, I mean, not really growing up, but when I was in 9th grade, I actually preferred SmackDown to Raw because The Undertaker was on SmackDown.
Yep.
So
that bit of news ties in nicely to a little tiny bit of news in the
little tiny
bit. Goldberg, the wrestler Goldberg, has been announced as a pre-order bonus for WWE 2K17. So
Yep.
if Goldberg is one of your favorite wrestlers, or is your favorite wrestler, or one that you rather enjoy, feel free to pre-order WWE 2K17 and get Goldberg as a free character for pre-ordering.
Goldberg.
There's actually another piece of news that I actually thought of before I mentioned that.
Okay.
So a couple weeks ago, we got the release date for the ever elusive No Man's Sky, and then it became even more elusive. Through the official PlayStation blog, the creators of No Man's Sky have announced that it will be delayed until August 9th for the North America and August 10th for, I think, the rest of the world. So I think US is getting it a day early. Woo!
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
So, new release date for No Man's Sky is August 9th, 2016. It was previously June 21st. It is now August 9th. And we'll see if it stays that way.
Okay. That's bad news for me, because, one, I hope to have a job, and I'll be starting, work in August. And because, I'm an educator, I've already mentioned that on here.
Yep.
And I'll start coaching football in
Oh,
August.
man, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really doing it this summer as well. But,
Rest in peace, man.
yeah, so, video games...
Not going to be a thing.
Not really. I didn't really play many video games in the fall.
Unless
Maybe
you're
an
gonna
hour
be...
here, an hour there.
Yeah.
I still gotta get swole.
Yeah, exactly.
I keep trying to revive that Instagram, and I just never...
Dude, it's because you're not near Nick and I, so you don't
It's
feel...
true. I've other things... I'm never really on Instagram, to be honest, either.
Yeah.
So,
I
that's
still follow...
unrelated.
Yeah, alright, never mind.
But, I am going to have no time to play No Man's Sky, so I may have to cancel my pre-order.
No! God, you gotta play it, dude.
Maybe I'll get it, and, I don't know if it's going to be the game where I can just pick up for an hour. I feel like if I just play it for an hour, I will get exactly 0 things done.
You'll get 0 things done with 30 hours. I mean, that's how big this game is.
Yeah, but I'll get even more 0 things done in 1 hour.
I don't know. I still think it'll be worth it.
I don't know. I'll play it by ear. But yeah, Logan, I mean...
What's up?
What's your opinion on this?
I think whatever's best for the game, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as delays go, I'm kind of relaxed about it. Again, a lot of my gaming tolerance comes from being a Kingdom Hearts fan. I've been dealing with waiting for so long that it just doesn't faze me anymore. Yeah, sure, delay it. I don't care. What's a few weeks? I've been waiting for years for Kingdom Hearts 3.
You've been waiting a few years.
I've been waiting a long time. Almost 10. Almost 10.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 is never coming out.
It's going to.
I mean, there's a trailer.
As long as it comes out.
There's also a trailer for The Last Guardian. Think about that, Russell. I mean, Logan.
Oh, God. You know what? As long as it comes out in my lifetime, I'm fine. If I'm in a wheelchair and this game comes out, fine. I don't care. As long
If
as
you
I
have
get to play.
arthritis in your fingers when this game comes out.
Well, by that time, there will probably be a robot chip in my brain that I could just use to control my hands.
I ain't giving a trip in my brain. No, sir.
If it means me playing Kingdom Hearts 3, I'll do damn near anything. So,
Okay, I'll give you. It's coming out for the PS4. I can guarantee that.
And Xbox One.
And
which
Xbox
is,
One.
Which is just silly to me. Anyway, that's.
I mean, it doesn't need to, but like, why not? I mean,
that's a whole different conversation.
That's a different conversation. It'll only result in more money for Square Enix.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
So.
yeah. I mean, Unreal is supported by both. So I mean, it's not, you know.
Anyway, let's see. We're good. Gucci. All right. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for listening to the show, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You can find me and Russell at CDuckGamers on Twitter. And please like the Facebook page, The Crunchy Duck Gamers. Also, could you please go to your iTunes, leave a review. 1 star, 5 star, all helps. You know, type a little something. And if we think it's cool enough, we might read it on the show. I like having my reviews read on podcasts I like. It's happened once before. I think you might too.
It'll be really cool.
It was really cool when it happened.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Logan, shameless plug.
Yes. All right. So my shameless plugs. You can follow my gaming Twitter at TombinatorKH13. That is KH and then the number 13. And you can also find me on Tumblr at tombinator.tumblr.com. I don't know why you would do that. I'm not really active on Tumblr, but
don't follow him on Tumblr.
It's really a bad idea.
There's puppies on there, and then there's porn.
A second later, it's Russian roulette with puppies and porn.
Yeah, that's Tumblr.
So anyway, just stick to Twitter for now. TombinatorKH13. I'm way more active there anyway, and there's no porn as far as I know. Not in my sector of Twitter.
Every once in a while, the mods they miss something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen some things on Twitter that shouldn't have been seen on Twitter, but they were seen on Twitter.
I think they have not safe for work tags by now. So anyway, so that's me. There you go. There you have it.
All right. Well, it's the show. All right.